Hello, I'm Green,
And I'm purple.
and welcome back to Green and Purple, or not really welcome back. This is kind of a new thing we're doing here, and it's totally not because we just needed something for 2 days. We planned this, right, Caleb?
Yes.
We planned to be doing this this podcast, just kind of working title, the Green and Purple Cast, but it's not a great name. But, it's decent, I think. What do you think of the name, Caleb? Should we keep it, or should we come up with a different name?
I like it.
All right, cool. So, that was it. And bye, everybody.
See ya.
No. So, today, we're going to talk about something that we've actually touched on in the show a couple times, which is 90s cartoons, which are near and dear to me and Caleb's hearts because we grew up in the 90s. Yeah. These are the cartoons that we watched when we were kids, and I found a list on IMDb of what they consider the best 90s cartoons. These are just 90 through 99, so no, early 2000s, even though I watched a lot of those, too, because we were also still kids then. But we're just going to go down this list. We're going to both say whether we actually watched the show or not, and whether we liked it as much as apparently the IMDb people did to put it on this list. So the first one is Tiny Toon Adventures. Did you watch it, Caleb?
I did.
I watched it a little bit. I think I kind of watched it after its original run, though, just like some because this was the one that was like Looney Tunes, but it was just they were all like kids, right?
Correct.
Were they all kids, or was there adults in the show, or was it kind of like a Peanuts scenario where it was all the kids?
Yeah, it was more Peanuts scenario.
I didn't remember watching a whole lot of this show, but I enjoyed it when it was on. Did you watch it very frequently, or just?
It was like if it was on and I was watching TV, then I'd watch it, but I didn't actively seek it out.
I've never been huge on the Looney Tunes. It's always kind of been like that, where it's just like if it was on, I didn't have anything against the Looney Tunes or anything, but if I was actually looking for a cartoon to watch, I usually tended towards Disney cartoon, Donald Duck instead of Daffy Duck type of things. Daffy Duck's a dick.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
Daffy Duck's a dick. Okay, the second one on the list is called Bobby's World. This is what Bobby's World looks like.
I've seen him before.
I haven't even seen him. This looks completely foreign to me.
I think I saw one episode of that. It was really weird.
Apparently Howie Mandel's in it. The guy that was the host on Deal or No Deal.
Right.
I wonder if he was Bobby. That'd be weird. The next one is Tailspin.
Yes, I watched that a lot.
I never watched Tailspin, but it had
Baloo.
Yeah, Baloo from the Jungle Book.
Mm-hmm.
Was Mowgli in it? Or was it just Baloo?
It was Baloo and his family.
Oh, okay.
So no, Mowgli was not in it.
Mowgli was dead by this time.
I remember. Who was the antagonist in the Jungle Book?
Was it the snake or was it the tiger?
It was the tiger. The snake was I think felt like his right hand man.
Right. What was the tiger's name?
I'm not gonna say.
It's not Rajan. It's not Taj Mahal.
It's not Taj Mahal. Not making that mistake again.
Honestly, I don't even know if I've ever actually seen the Jungle Book all the way through.
Oh.
And even if I have, it's been a long time.
But I remember he was in it, but he was I think he was Baloo's boss or something like that. He was always in a suit and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
So was it supposed to be after the Jungle Book, the movie, or was it supposed to be before?
I think it was just a spin-off, really. They just
because he flies a plane, right?
Mm-hmm. And he had
he never flies a plane in the movie,
right.
Does he? I don't remember. I know, I just said, I don't think I'd ever seen it, but
no,
I don't remember.
He doesn't.
Where it's they're running from a tiger, and he's like, "Get in my plane, Mowgli. We gotta go." All right, so the next one on the list is Doug. I remember Doug.
Yes.
Doug was weird because it was, if I remember right, it was Disney and then it was Nickelodeon. Mm-hmm. Or the other way around. I can't remember.
Yes.
And I remember, my sister really liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Doug, but it wasn't one of my favorite series that I watched. It was another one of those ones where it's it was on, I'd watch it. And I remember they made a Doug movie.
I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this. I thought it sucked.
Did you really hate Doug?
I didn't hate Doug. I just didn't like the movie too much.
Oh, the movie. I thought you were talking about the show as a whole. Just like, yeah, Doug sucks.
Oh no, I like bits and parts of it, but I mean, I didn't love it. But
You didn't like the movie though,
right? The movie I thought was like really bad.
I don't remember the. You know what movie I thought was bad? It's kind of off topic, but
No.
you know the live action Popeye movie with Robin Williams.
I think so. Yeah,
That movie, I did not like that movie.
that
like,
was bad.
like, as a kid, I was like, this was dumb. Like, I like Robin Williams, but I
Right.
did not like that movie. Okay, so the next on the list is the Ren and Stimpy show.
I watched that a lot.
I did not watch Ren and Stimpy. Like, seeing
Knowing your mother, I'm not surprised.
my mom was a little more like, she paid attention to like what I watched and like wouldn't let me watch certain things. Ren and Stimpy was definitely one of those ones though where like I knew who Ren and Stimpy were even though I didn't watch them. It was kind of a more, I don't want to say mature because that's not, I don't think that's the right word, but it was like
It had a lot of adult humor in it that like the kids wouldn't get, but like
right. It seemed kind of in the vein of like Rocko's Modern Life, like that type of
I would say
style.
I feel like it even pushes it beyond what Rocco's did.
Yeah.
Like it was up there in terms of like the adult humor that
Right. I mean, and that's the thing, like, it's funny whenever you see shows from back then that people say, like, ooh, they were kind of pushing it. Whereas, like, now, most of the, like, tame shows from back then would be considered pushing it in, like, today's world. But, yeah, that's what I kind of saw from Ren and Stimpy. At least what I saw from it on the outside.
I really liked it, though. I thought when I remember when I was a kid, I thought it was hilarious.
See, and I think shows are fine whenever they have a lot of adult humor, but they're technically for kids, as long as they can write it in such a way that for kids it'll go way over their head.
Oh yeah.
Right. You know, if they're just yelling sex, like that's one thing. Like maybe don't do that. But if they can throw in a little innuendo there and like kids that have no idea what they're talking about, like I don't see the harm in that.
Like I remember one part. I don't remember the episode because there were like so many episodes, so I can't remember. But there was one episode where they're taking a swim in a lake, and out of nowhere, this wood man. He wasn't a wood, like he lives in the forest. It was a forest man.
I thought you meant he was a man made of wood.
And he was like, "Hey fellas, mind if I join you?" And then he starts and he's naked,
Right?
And he starts running towards them to like do a cannonball into the lake, and like as he's doing it, they cut to Ren and Stimpy, and their eyes are like bouncing up and down. And so like when you're a kid, you don't really get it, but like now that I'm older, I'm like, oh,
they're looking at it. Yeah, see, like stuff like that. Like,
Right.
It's harmless,
right.
but if it happened today, people would be like, "This is what's wrong with America's children." The next one on the list is Darkwing Duck.
I watched that a lot. I love that show.
This is another one I didn't watch very much.
Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous.
So is it Donald Duck or is it a completely different?
It's completely
Is it a
different.
different duck?
Darkwing Duck.
Okay, I didn't know. Well, you know how they have a lot of them where it's just like,
Oh yeah, no.
this character dressed up as
Right.
another character. But Darkwing Duck was his own thing. Was Donald Duck in the show? Was any of
No, but I remember a few characters that were in not Tail. Sorry, a few characters that were in DuckTales were in it.
Right, because Donald Duck's never really in DuckTales, right?
It's Scrooge.
It's Scrooge and then Huey, Dewey, and Louie, right? I'm sure, even if we don't get to it, I'm pretty sure DuckTales is going to be on this list
Oh,
somewhere.
yes.
Everyone loved DuckTales.
Oh, so good.
Again, DuckTales another one. I didn't watch that much, but like I really liked it whenever I did watch it. Next one on the list is Tasmania. It looks like a show that's all about Taz, the Tasmanian devil.
I remember it, but I don't really remember watching it.
I didn't realize how many different like Looney Tunes series there were, and like we kind of touched on earlier in this podcast, I didn't watch a whole lot of Looney Tunes, but Taz was definitely one of my favorite of the Looney Tunes, just because I liked how he didn't actually say anything. He just
My
yelled.
favorite one of my favorite Looney Tunes episodes. Well, one of them was the buzzard episode. There's like this buzzard, and no offense, but he was like he's a little bit slow in the head.
Yeah,
It's really funny because he was trying to catch bugs and he couldn't do it.
right.
And another one of my favorite episodes was Taz was in a zoo, but he had broken out of it, and they were offering like a big reward for anyone that could capture him and bring him back. And Daffy, he was like, I want, he wanted the money.
Right.
The entire episode is fine. I remember there's one part where he gets like a trombone and he plays it to like calm Taz down so he'll follow him. And he plays his silly circus song, but like as he's like doing the part where it's like brr, 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 and then the slide gets caught in a tree, and then Taz he's about to just kill Daffy, and then he plays a little trumpet thing on it, but since he doesn't have slides, and he bashes his head.
I think it's funny in all of the older cartoons, how much more brazenly just violent all of the people were.
Oh yeah, it's hardcore slapstick.
Tom and Jerry, if it was now, they'd be kind of just playing tricks on each other. No, Tom and Jerry wanted to kill each other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Jerry would just loose the bulldog. He would just be yeah, that bulldog's gonna go kill Tom now, and I'm fine with it. The next one on the list is Rugrats, which I know both of us watched quite a bit. Everyone loved. I liked Rugrats, and I remember watching Rugrats a lot when I was a kid. All grown up, that was one of the because it started off as just a special episode of Rugrats, right? It was just a special,
and they made it into a
series. They made it into a series. And I remember watching the special. I didn't think it was that bad, and even I started to watch the series whenever I was still pretty young, and I didn't think it was that bad. It wasn't until later, I looked back and I was like, that was not good. No. Who looks at a series that's all about babies and, the whole crux of the series is...
They're grown up.
The whole crux is, they're babies, they're doing baby things in their imagination and everything. Now we'll make them awkward preteens.
Yeah!
It's gonna be great. The next one is Batman, the animated series.
Oh, I love that one.
The one with... Well, I was going to say the one with Kevin Conroy, but he's voiced Batman quite a number of times, I think he's the one that did it in the Arkham games, the most recent ones. Again, another one I didn't watch that much.
This is just me.
This is just you talking about all the shows that you watched a lot of. So was this Batman? Was it one of the more cartoony ones, or was it one of the kind of darker ones? Because I know
I felt like it was in the middle. It was cartoony, but it definitely had its darker, not as dark as you would expect, but it had dark parts here and there.
Not as Adam, not Adam West corny Batman, but not because Batman Beyond is kind of a little darker. Did you ever watch Batman Beyond?
Oh yeah,
it was kind of a little darker. Next one on the list is X-Men. Did you watch X-Men?
Not a lot, but I remember Lavender watched it a bit more.
I seen a couple episodes out there, X-Men.
That was a weird noise. I apologize.
Okay, this is one I have never heard of. We'll see if you have. It's called SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
We watched that. Me and Lavender.
Okay, walk me through what SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron is about.
Lavender again here.
Okay, what is SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron about?
Some special team they were just some regular cats working as garbage men, but they were
secret agents of sorts.
Yeah.
Like a SWAT, basically, a SWAT team.
Right.
And they...
Yeah.
What was it? Was it the Fox Box, or... I don't remember, because I don't remember that one at all.
I think it was just... I think it was just all on Disney Channel.
Yeah, was it on Disney?
A lot of them were on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
I guess I just moved right past that one, didn't even see that one.
It was really good.
It was these two. There were two of them.
It kind of looked.
One was a Buffy cat. One was more skinny.
Mm-hmm. Right. It kind of, at least from the small piece of artwork it gives me, it reminds me a little bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is it anything like that kind of?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so the next one is Animaniacs. Which
yes.
I loved Animaniacs. And I thought Animaniacs was so cool because it was almost like a cartoon variety show, just in all the different bits they would have. You'd have music, song parts, you'd have kind of an overarching story for some of the episodes, you'd have Pinky and the Brain sections.
Minerva Minx.
Yeah. And you had the nurse that Yakko was
and the doctor.
Yeah.
And then the little kid.
Okay, I love you, bye-bye.
He would never call his mom. He would call his lady. And he would, like, she would
Why?
say, like, she's going to do something. He's like, why? And then she would explain, and he's just like,
Why?
and she's like, okay, because blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, I love you, bye-bye.
Animaniacs was great.
Oh, no.
I would say Animaniacs is one of the best ones in my opinion.
Definitely.
The next one is a show called Bonkers.
Is it a cat? Is there a cat on there?
I think so. He looks like a cop.
Yeah, okay. I know what that show is. It was like a cat and it was basically like the cartoon cat with like the cartoon police. It was a police show.
Okay.
And it was like the cat was like the loose cannon, and then the cop was like the more serious one. He was like, "Oh, this stupid cat."
The cat was the serious one?
No, the human.
Oh, okay.
Was sorry.
Like, that would be a weird buddy cop. Like the human's like stupid, and the cat's like, "Damn it, Jeff."
God damn it.
Will you try and take things seriously?
It was all right.
Kidding around.
Get it?
The next one's actually not a children's cartoon. It's Beavis and Butthead.
I didn't watch
I
it.
didn't watch it when we were younger, but I knew the character.
I watched it more whenever I was older.
Yeah.
My dad actually watched it a little bit back in the day, and like it'll be weird because he'll be flipping through. He's like, Beavis and Butthead. I'm just like, this is weird that you're the one wanting to watch Beavis and Butthead.
Not me.
But what I've seen of Beavis and Butthead, it's kind of the so stupid that it's funny type of humor.
Like
The movie.
well, yeah, the movie,
Yeah, that movie.
and what's it called? Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, dumb. If you're looking for the highbrow, like smart comedy, this isn't for you.
Oh,
like
no.
it's only just like stupid. And speaking of stupid, the next show is Two Stupid Dogs.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Oh,
That was a
yeah.
good one. I like how, oh my god, I never realized this when I was a kid. Look, the Dachshund's body is like the size of his head.
Yeah.
Like, that's not proportional. If your Dachshund's head is the same size as his body, you need to take him to a vet immediately.
Luigi, are you okay? He's fine.
We had mentioned this one earlier. The next one's Rocco's Modern Life.
That was.
I liked Rocco's a lot.
You gotta turn the page, wash your hands, turn the page, wash your hands.
I just like how Rocco was so just like, eh. Hey, Hef, where we gonna go? Hef was that was his name, right?
Heifer.
Heifer, yeah. I liked Hef. I related to Hef. I was overweight too as a child. Heifer.
Filbert was my favorite.
That was another one. There's just so many characters and they were all.
Ed Bighead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Big Head was the mean one, right?
The frog.
Yeah.
And he got his wife, Mrs. Big Head.
Mm-hmm.
The next two are the two Sonic the Hedgehog shows. The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and then just Sonic the Hedgehog, which is usually called Sat AM, if I remember right.
We watched Sonic the Hedgehog, like the first one.
Yeah, the Sonic Adventures. We watched that a lot.
Yeah.
Because Adventures was the more lighthearted one.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That one was funny.
That was with
That's
Scratch and Grounder.
Yeah.
See, that's the weird thing. I didn't watch Adventures very much. I watched all of Sonic the Hedgehog, though.
Yeah.
You know, because that was during my Sonic the Hedgehog phase where I was like trying to do everything Sonic. And I was like, oh, this is so good. And then, like, the show got canceled after its first season.
Yeah.
So it ends on a cliffhanger, like Eggman dies or something.
Yeah, and then Snibbly?
Yeah,
Squibbly?
Snively. He's like gonna take over, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But then the show got canceled, and I remember I was so pissed off. Whenever I was a kid, I was like, "When are they gonna make a second season?" I didn't notice that like it had been well over 10 years since it had been on. And I was like, "They're gonna do it! I know it! They're gonna bring it back."
Maybe someday.
Maybe. This one is just called The Critic. Jay Sherman is a New York film critic who has to review films he doesn't like for a living.
I don't have no
I
idea.
have no idea what that one. It kind of looks like it might be another like adult cartoon, like Beavis and Butthead. What about Gargoyles?
Yes.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yes.
That was,
Didn't-
that was an underrated.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
It was more dark, but it was so good.
Like it was this girl, wasn't she? And she discovered like these gargoyles.
Yeah, she was a
All this-
cop.
Yeah, they came to life at night, and they would help her solve crimes, but they had different issues.
The Gargoyles help solve crimes?
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay, then. I thought the Gargoyles were the bad guy.
No, the gargoyles were, I mean, there were a few bad gargoyles
Right.
that you got later in the series.
Well, of
but
course. The evil gargoyles.
And there was like, I remember there's some time traveling.
Mhm.
Much
There has to
later
be.
on.
Of
There
course.
gotta be
I mean, of
time
course,
travel.
But it was good. Hey, a kick-ass theme song.
Oh yeah, the theme song.
You gotta have a good theme song for a 90s show.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, you're not going nowhere. The next one... Do you guys know Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw that a couple.
It's because it was an adult one too.
Yeah.
But if I remember right, it was kind of what started Adult Swim as it is
Yeah.
today. Like it was one of the first that kind of kicked off the trend of Adult Swim always being like adult humor, but kind of like off kilter adult humor, just kind of the weird like what
It looks
just
like-
what was that? Here we'll just do like a few more. The next one is Spider-Man, just the Spider-Man animated
Yes.
show.
I remember watching.
I watched a little bit of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I like whenever they have Spider-Man where he's just really snarky.
Yeah.
I like that version of Spider-Man. I don't like it whenever they make Spider-Man all dark or whatever. It's like, I gotta say, man, Uncle Ben.
Kid trying to, in New York, he's supposed to be a little bit snarky.
Right, he's supposed to be snarky, wisecracking dumbass.
It's like, just...
The next one is a Reboot.
Hold up. Can I see the? Is there a picture?
Yeah, it's kind of blurry.
I know that
I know
one.
that one too.
It looks weird. Is it like a?
It's CGI.
Okay,
It's like
it's one of the 3D ones.
Yeah.
Like But Ugly Martians.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember that one too.
That one's not on the. I don't know if it's gonna be on the.
But I never watched it, but like I know what it is.
I mean, reading the description, it's like inside a computer or something.
Yeah, something like I remember.
Man, I probably would have liked that one because I liked everything with computers and robots and whatnot when I was a kid. The next one is Real Monsters.
Yes.
I like that one. That was another one, oddly enough, because I could watch that one, but it kind of seemed on the same level of Ren and Stimpy in terms of like it was kind of gross out a lot of times, and it would have some questionable content in it.
Oh yeah.
The next one's The Tick.
Uh-huh.
That one's a good one.
Yes.
I didn't watch The Tick.
I
very
love
much.
the Tick.
Some
That,
of these are like a lot that were on like Disney.
Mhm.
Like the Disney more.
I mean, Disney had a lot more cartoon programming
Yeah,
back then.
They were good.
They've kind of transitioned to a lot more of the live action stuff
Yeah.
now.
I mean, Nickelodeon had some good ones too, like the more teeny, preteen ones.
Right.
I used to watch, but...
I that's the thing. Whenever I was younger, like you watch Disney and Nickelodeon. That was like the two big ones, and then maybe like Fox Box on the weekends. But now I don't like Nickelodeon. Still seems to have quite a few cartoons, but Disney has maybe one or two.
Yeah.
And then the rest is all just, dog with the blog crap.
I think because they moved like channels, so like if you wanted to watch the more cartoony ones, it's like Disney XD or something.
Right.
Like
They
that.
kind of like split it off into
Yeah,
a bunch
so
of
it's
different
easier,
Disneys.
but,
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't like them anymore. I don't like him anymore.
well, they got-
All right, let me just pick one that okay, this is one of my favorite, about Dexter's Laboratory.
yes.
Gotta love Dexter's Laboratory.
Omelette do from us.
That's all you can say. That's all you can say.
I like Dexter because I don't know, like you had Dee Dee, who just I think was just the epitome of just oh my god, just ruining everything in
Yes.
every episode. She was the perfect villain who wasn't actually like evil
yeah.
or anything. She was just like Dexter was probably the more evil one if you get down to it. Like, but Dee Dee just always got in the way. You're like, dang it, Dee Dee.
Like the musical when he was born and everything like that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, hello, dear brother, what you have there?
Nothing. You only see air. Don't be silly. I love you very much.
Embrace it.
I guess I shouldn't touch.
And it's just like, what the
Like, no, you shouldn't.
It's like,
You should not have.
And she like does all this random crap with it and just throws it on the ground. It's like, what's wrong with
I
you?
always would think like it was switched opposite because Dee Dee's the older sister
Mhm.
and I'm
Right.
the oldest, but I always think I'm Dexter and Kate was Dee Dee.
Yeah, that's-
She's gonna mess up all my crap.
Like, whenever you're a kid, you just like pick whoever's the coolest character. You're like, man, I'm so much like them.
I'm just like, I'm nothing like Dee Dee. I'm like,
Dee Dee's dumb.
Sorry. Dexter's movie was good.
Yes.
Dexter was. I didn't even remember there was a Dexter.
Yeah,
movie.
it was really good.
It was good. There was of course time travel.
Yeah, time travel.
If you watch
Right.
90s cartoons,
There's gonna be time travel.
Somewhere.
I mean, it at least kind of made sense of Dexter, though he's always making
Yeah.
machines and whatnot. I remember there was a Powerpuff Girls movie, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was good too.
I like Powerpuff
That was
Girls.
wonderful.
We went to the movie theaters. I was so excited.
Yeah.
I had all the dolls.
The movies I remember they did a couple Rugrats movies.
Yes.
The ones I remember were the one that was just the Rugrats movie and then Rugrats Go to Paris. I like both of those. Then there was the Doug movie, which you've already said was very much a disappointment.
See, I can't remember. I kind of remember it.
Wasn't there like a
There was a
lake monster?
Yeah,
Lake
and they were trying to
monster.
hide it
They
from
were
the
trying to hide
government.
it.
Yeah. Doug was weird.
They had like ET references.
I remember there was the Wild Thornberrys movie.
That was a
Smashing.
good one. That was a good one.
See, I was never super into the Wild Thornberry. Like, I liked the dad, and I liked
Nigel.
yeah,
Thornberry.
I liked Nigel Thornberry, and I liked the monkey. But like,
Darwin.
yeah, but the main girl, like, she was
You
boring.
didn't like Eliza?
I didn't like her as much.
my
She was
gosh.
like, I just wanted it to be all about her dad. If the whole show was about her dad, I would have loved it.
They're
It
smashing.
was just
We should do a spin-off show of Nigel Thornberry.
I wanted them to just be a normal like crocodile hunter like nature show, but just cartoon.
I would
Nigel
watch that.
Thornberry.
I would watch
Yeah,
that.
I wish he's a dung beetle. Yeah, smashing.
Smashing.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't even the whole list. There was like 30 or something on that list, but we're getting a bit long in the tooth with this episode, so maybe
That's the whole point of a podcast.
I guess so. God, we've just been talking this whole podcast. For once, it's not. There's some episodes of the show I feel like whenever we're playing, and then we'll actually be done playing, and then we'll just keep talking forever, and I'm like, oh crap, we should stop. But the podcast.
That's
is,
the whole
this
point.
Is the whole thing. Okie doke. Maybe we'll come back to talk about some 90s cartoons some more, because it always keeps coming back on our show. But that's for another day. So we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be talking about something else, right?
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.